We need 133. If we'll ask something, if you take the first pass,
Just point of clarification as we go for voting here. To pass a rules change, you need 2/3 of an affirmative vote. Doesn't matter who's voting no, doesn't matter who's not voting. You need 2/3 of the quorum that we established earlier at 198. That would be 133 voting members. The way to do that is those in favor of passing this proposed rules change will stand up. We will go around and count off. I know it seems like kindergarten. I promise you there is no quicker way.
So this is to affirm the adding addition to the executive committee. And so you guys would support and vote for that. Will you please stand? Please stand. This is the vote on adding the State Board of Election to the committee.
That's being the appointing.
This is adding the.
We're not voting on the member. We're voting on how we elected.
All right. We are voting on adding the State Board of Elections representative to the executive committee. That was
Rules change number 1.
Everybody call out your number.
And then sit down.
11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23,
26.
27, 28, 29, 30,
Go ahead, sit down when you count.
32,
33. 35.
36, 37, 38, 39,
40. 41.
42,
44.
47, 48,
49.
50, 51, 52,
53.
54, 55.
56. 8.
59, 61, 63,
74.
38.
39.
85, 6,
193. Mr. Chairman, the votes, affirmative votes are 97. That is not 2/3 of the voting members.
All right, so that fails.
Yay.
That fails. We'll move on to number 2.
Okay, proposed rules change number 2 would allow county committees to no longer be required to publish filing information in their local newspaper. The Rules Committee pointed out that this is required by state law. As a result, this proposed rules change was withdrawn. And the chair is going to go ahead and appoint a study committee that'll work with the legislature and the general session of 2025, hopefully deal with it. No, some of the county committees have heartburn over that, so it would be nice to get that one resolved. Proposed rules changes 3 and 4 I'm going to deal with together. Both of these rules changes would strike the rules language that authorizes the state chairman to appoint the members and a chairman of both the Rules Committee and the Platform and Resolutions Committee. The 2 proposed rules changes would instead have the district's committees elect 3 members each to both committees. A Rules Committee chair and a Platform Committee chair would be then elected out of the 12 who were elected by the 4 district committees. If one of the 12 is an attorney, that person would serve as the legal counsel. If no attorneys are elected on a specific committee, the RPA legal counsel would serve as a non-voter. If these rules changes were made, the rules, the committees would be affected immediately. It would not be a waiting period until the chairman is elected or whatever. The Rules Committee, in discussing this, voiced, a number of the committee members voiced some real concerns about doing away with the current rules, where the chairman appoints some, or maybe all of the committee, and on the Rules and Platforms Committee, and electing 12 brand-new members with no qualifications or anything, just 12 members from the district committees. There's a lot of institutional knowledge on the Rules Committee and Platform Committee regarding how we got to where we're at with the way our rules are structured and the way our platform is written. If you had 12 new members, there's no way you would be sure that those 12 new members could be not people that just joined the committee maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, their county committee, and now get elected by the district committee that represent all of us on these 2 committees. And so the institutional knowledge and the fact that elections have consequences caused us to discuss this in length and have reservations about it. We did have some feeling that it would be nice, perhaps, at some point to modify or amend the rules to have one elected individual from each district committee on the Rules Committee and on the Platform and the Resolutions Committee, but not all 4, or all 3 from each congressional district, making up the 12. We did have, what really caused us heartburn was the part on the attorney, having one of the 12 perhaps be the legal counsel for that committee, because there's no guarantee that the attorney that got elected by the district might not be like a divorce attorney and have no knowledge whatsoever of election law. So that we saw as a huge problem. As a result of all of this, after probably an hour or 2 of conversation and discussion, the Rules Committee went ahead and voted to table both of these proposed changes and to present that to the State Committee today with a recommendation that you table both of these changes.
So what was sent out? What was sent out is what we'll be voting on again, to change the way our rules and our platform and resolution committee is structured. That's what it got tabled in the committee, and so it's brought to that and sent out. So with that, any discussion?
Is the motion to table?
It has already, it came out of the committee as a table. It came to you guys to make whatever your pleasure is of the body, to support it or deny it.
I move to deny.
There's a motion.
To deny both of the rule changes.
There's a motion to deny the 2 changes to the rules.
Second.
The Rules Committee and the Platform and Resolution Committee. Second. Discussion.
Mr. Chairman, should we start?
Let's go ahead and go. If you're against, go back to the left. If you're for, go to the right.
Against on this side, or the motion on this side? Everybody, let's keep the chatter down. Keep the chatter down. We will vote that are for this motion on this side. The motion is to deny. What does that mean? Those who are for the motion on this side, against on this side. Rotation devices under your seat.
So, all right. So on the left is to deny the motion that was presented and brought out to you, the rules change, and then the support is on the left. My right.
Chairman, one question, please. Is the motion for both rules proposals?
Yes.
For both at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. My name is Brian Lesser, I'm the chair of Washington
Make
County.
your comments up here.
Washington County Republican Committee. I think we should all acknowledge what this is. We had a contested race for chair. We elected by 2-1 who we wanted as our chair. That's our voice as the establishment, because if you're a member of this party, you are the establishment, that's what we are. The people that were not successful in that race now want to strip that power from the chair. Make no mistake about it, this is about power, but it's about power to a minority group of people. so that the majority voice is quashed. And that's what you're being asked to do. Now, they're going to tell you you're this and you're that, but make no mistake about it. That is exactly what we're doing. They want the power. They don't want the 2-to-1 majority to have the power in the party. So I would encourage you to vote in favor of denying both of these. Let's move on with this meeting so that we can get out of here in a good time and go home. Thank you.
That was for, this is against.
The establishment has spoken.
Joe Maynard.
The establishment
Joe
has
Maynard,
spoken.
Joe Maynard, Washington County.
You know, for about 10 years, I've seen a slow, just softening and erosion of the platform in the people. This is where I want the power. I want the power in the people.
Yep,
Not
yep.
in the
People spoke.
establishment.
They voted for Joseph.
And this is not where we pick a dictator. I think more people serving, a variety of people serving is good. I think the guide to platform positions should be known by everybody here. It's the Constitution of the United States, is what I understood. So the Constitution should dictate the knowledge of the people making the platform. And I'm concerned, what I've seen over the last decade, of the platform being slowly eroded by what I would call established forces. So I would say vote to change these rules to allow the people in the different districts to elect who they believe best represents their needs. That's the type of government we have, and that's what we're about as Republicans. I'm going to move on.
That was against. This is for denying the rule change.
Iverson Jackson, chairman of the African American Coalition of Arkansas. And, leadership at every level of leadership, whether it's city, county, state, or national, it is the duty and responsibility of that leader at that level to make certain appointments. County leaders make county level appointments. State leaders make state level appointments. National leaders make national level appointments. And this is what this talking about. I don't think anybody at any level of leadership wants to give up their responsibility to make appointments. If President Trump couldn't make appointments, we wouldn't have Roe versus Wade would not be gone. And I know that's a nomination. I understand that's a nomination, so in case you won't check me on that. I know he nominated, but those people that he nominated as the leader, that's why he got elected, is because he said he would nominate judges that would get rid of Roe versus Wade. That's the responsibility of leaders at their level. And this state committee level, the responsibility of appointments is in the chair. Thank you.
Amen.
For denying, this is against denying.
Lori Justice, Pulaski County, and we aren't talking about pulling people off the street and putting them on the Rules Committee. We're talking about them being appointed by the districts, by the people. People in your county committee know who knows the rules and who doesn't know the rules. This is, I believe I have the floor. This is for the people to get to choose the people they know the rules. If someone, and this is no disrespect to Mr. Chairman or to the people who currently serve, we thank you for serving on the Rules Committee. It's a problem, I know that. It's something you have to commit to. But do we believe in bringing control to the local level, which is what I believe that we are supposed to believe as Republicans, is local control, and reigning on populace. The people rule. That's in our platform and our principles. This is about the people being able to choose who they feel know the rules better than anyone. And according to this particular rules change, you have to be a member of the district or the state committee. We're not talking about someone who was elected last month to your county committee, and now we're going to put them on the rules committee. This is someone who is involved. So, with that, I want to make a substitute motion to approve the rules changes.
Second.
That was for the rule changes. This is against the rule
I
changes.
am against. My name is Justin Sissel. I'm with Mississippi County. And I hear
What county is that? Speak about it.
Mississippi County, Justin Sissel. I hear a lot about getting to the local level and giving it back to the people. That's not what the district does. It gives it to a group of people in the district which could ignore the individual counties. Each one of you represent your county, not, I said, I don't overstep my bounds. I don't-
So if you were looking directly.
Oh, I was trying, so everybody can hear me. But in the county, I do not agree with my district. Our county does not. We have conflict there. But if this goes back to the district, then my county loses its vote. The local people lose their vote. By doing what we're talking about, by keeping what we're talking about doing, we keep these people in this room. Why are you here? If you want to do everything in the district, we can get rid of the state committee.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We're talking about going to the people. No, you're not. You're going to a district and ignoring the committees that are putting the people in this room. So many of us, whether you want to say establishment or not, it's funny. I see people have been there a year. Somebody else comes in, you're establishment. No, we have committed to this, is what it is. So let's stop doing this bickering about power, because that's all this is taking actually the power from the people. And actually keep it where it is and stop this power play.
That was against, this is for.
Well,
I
I'm
mean, this
against
is against,
denying.
this is against.
Of course you are.
Go ahead.
I'm the one speaking,
You're
and that was very rude.
Go ahead. You are.
Okay.
You are.
So I am against denying.
No, you are.
Oh, sorry. She got me confused when she was saying rude things.
My name's Courtney Roldan. I'm from Lonoke County.
I'm against denying it because I believe that we should be empowering the people in the party, and this rule change, the rule change does that.
Right.
Our elected district and county representatives have their county and district to hold them accountable for their votes in the committees. Appointed representatives, whether you want to admit it or not, more often than not, will be beholden to the person who appointed them. We hear a lot about infighting and not being unified in our party. This is one way to fix that, because this gives people in the counties a voice to vote someone who represents them and knows the rules and represents what they believe, because we all know that not everyone agrees with what the platform, they may agree with what it says, but they don't actually agree with what it means, it's what it says it means. So I believe that giving the people who are showing up, helping on Republican campaigns and doing the work a stronger voice, that means electing and not appointing the people who represent the party. We say the Republican Party stands for accountability, and we are for the people having a voice. This rule change will make that stance more clear to those involved in the party. The goal of anyone who is in leadership should be to represent the whole party. That's not possible if the people of the party do not feel like their voices are being heard or making a difference.
All right. That was for this change, rule change. This is against the rule change. Your name is? Against. Denying. Right. That's right. She is. That's right.
Lynn Blaylock, Bradley County. So, while we all would agree that competition is good, unity is also good. We have recently elected a chair, and I want to make note that both of these rules were proposed by the chairman of the state party's opponent in the campaign for chair. Okay, so what that does is it takes away credibility about this, and it lends credibility that this is, once again, a petty power grab. And if we're going to see unity in this party, we need to get beyond these petty politics and get back to the work of what conservative Republicans believe in.
Making this a personal, Sarah Dunklin, Duche County. I think in First District Chair. I think making this personal, while I appreciate what Mr. Blaylock and also the chairman of Washington County had to say, it's completely opposite of what's actually happening here. It was proposed by the 1st and 2nd congressional districts. And the reasoning is, when we had a 12-year party chairman, we had consistency. That was a beautiful thing. And I would say also, Joe Wood did not appoint those currently on the Rules and Platform Committee, so it doesn't have anything to do with that. Those were actually holdovers from the last administration. So, and I do serve on the Rules Committee, so I do see the inner workings of what happens on that committee. I personally don't feel like the people are represented on that committee very well. And every single county chairman in here, by the way, is a member of your district committee. So assuming and insulting the intelligence of the districts know who in the district, who are their go-tos for the rules, that are their go-tos for the rules and for the platform. We know who those are. And all the county chairmen in here and a lot of the state committee men and state committee women in here also serve on our district committee. And I know that you all know that your people in your districts are not, they're smart. They know what they're doing. So just to get some consistency through the administrations is the point. I believe the districts would keep electing the same people, and that would provide some consistency.
That was against?
There has not been a change in the chairs on that position. Sharon Wright, Miller County, 4th District Rep. There has not been a change. We have consistency. That's there. But where are you going to stop? Are you going to take away from your district chairman the ability to appoint your committee chairs and your committees? Who's going to have that power? Who's going to have the power at the county level, those county chairs who appoint their committees? Where are you going to stop? You know, this is the rules as they stand, and they are good rules.
Benny Speaks, are you in line or you?
I call for the question, Mr. Chair.
Objection. Second. There's a call for the question, a second. All in favor of calling the question? Aye. Those opposed? No. The question's been called. We'll go ahead and go for the vote.
Is this to call the question? Here's a question that may need to be clarified. Since it
Judge Owen Hines, Craighead County.
I just want to know about what percentage vote this takes to pass, because it's a little bit unusual. Since it takes 2/3 to pass a rule, I would think that if 1/3, if we go over 1/3 against to deny it, that would be sufficient. Is that correct? No. That'd be half.
No,
you're not recognized.
I do want to know what percentage it takes to deny.
Question's been called. So all in favor of?
Mr. Chairman, one second. There's been a lot of inquiry to clarify what it is that we are voting on.
Right.
Everybody pay attention. There's been a motion to deny these two proposals, both proposals, not one, both.
Okay.
That is what we are voting on. It takes 2/3 affirmative votes to pass something. This motion is a simple majority vote on denial. If this motion fails, not go forward, and we go forward with a vote to approve, that would still require 2/3 at that time. At that vote, 1/3 would be sufficient for those proposals to be defeated. On this motion for denial, a simple majority is what is required. If you vote for this motion, you are voting for Brian Lester's motion to deny these changes. If you vote against this motion, what we're about to do here, then you are voting not to deny them, to proceed with voting on approving.
That's why they're voting the way they're voting, because they don't understand the simple English.
Quiet.
If you vote for this motion, you are voting against the rules changes. You are voting to deny. If you vote against them, you are voting against denying them. We'll proceed.
Can I ask a question? Just one little simple question. My name is Donna Evans.
Go ahead.
And
What's your name and county?
Donna Eggers, Craighead County. And there was a call to question prior to what this is about, remember? And the people in line got to finish asking, they got to speak. Yes, they did.
The question was called earlier. What is being asked now, the question's got thresholds and what people are voting on.
Right,
That's clarification. It's not for or against.
but they couldn't
The
speak?
previous call was defeated, so people continued to speak. This call was overwhelming.
All right, so this is the election.
Voting for this motion is to deny these two proposed rules changes. Voting against it is not to deny them.
All right, so those wishing to deny the two rule changes, please stand.
We can count, Mr. Chairman, but
That's majority. The rules do not get passed. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Well, let me ask you, we have any?
We're gonna go ahead to the reports.
We're going to go ahead and move to the report. Since our last meeting this summer, all right. Since our last state meeting, we have had quite a bit of activity, and I want to kind of bring you up to speed with what's gone on since the last state meeting this summer. Guys from staff, we got a chance to get out and walking through the RNC debates, meet with a lot of the state chairs across the party, as well as got some real learnings from our National Committee man, National Committee woman. We had a special executive committee meeting. We went ahead and had our Young Republicans convention here, great convention. We had our not college Republicans, our student teenage Republicans. They had their convention here, got a chance to swear those